I heard you speak about mammograms and colonoscopies.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know we are a fear-based society and we want to go get our colonoscopy. We want to go get our mammogram, and we've been conditioned to do so.
Yeah. And there's a whole chapter in the Red Book about that. And essentially what I'm teaching people is that these detection schemes are meant to make more money. And so what the medical monopoly does is they overtest, and that leads to overdiagnosing, and that leads to overtreatment. So there's people out there getting treatment that don't need treatment. And it all stems from testing. And so there's your mammograms and your colonoscopies. Colonoscopies are interesting because they didn't start looking at that until the 1990s. And if you look at the statistics, sea monster, I call it sea monster, of the colon increased. So you have to ask yourself, well, why? Why did sea monster of the colon increase after colonoscopies? Because they're looking for it. Seek and ye shall find. If you keep looking, you're gonna catch the monster. Instead of letting your body handle it naturally. Your body knows what it's doing. It goes through ups and downs. It goes through ebbs and flows. It is a flux. It's just like getting a pimple, right? And I know people don't want to hear the sea monster compared to a pimple, but it's a good example. You remember you got a pimple in high school, you thought the world was over. And your mom or dad was like, it's a pimple, it'll be gone in a week. You'll be okay. And so there's people walking around with sea monster cells right now. And guess what? It's okay. Your body will handle it. Very controversial. This is why I get threats. And this is why I get attacked. But if it morphs into something bigger, something that grows, and you gain symptoms, that's when you get checked out. But the medical monopoly has brainwashed us into trying to find it before you have symptoms. It makes no sense.
But what if we have family history? Like, for example, my dad died from colon
Oh,
cancer. Doesn't matter.
Now we're going back to genetics.
Yes.
Which isn't real.
So genetics is not real.
No. What's real about genetic as it pertains to this subject? No. What is real about genetics is how tall you are. Okay? What color are your eyes?
How much hair I have. No,
yes, exactly. I know. When I look at my mom, I say, yes, thanks for the hair, Mom. Because her hair is big and wavy and curly like mine. You know? My dad was 6'1". My mom was 4'11". Guess what? I'm 5'9". I'm right in between. That is genetics. Not my grandfather's heart attack or, my dad's diabetes. That's not genetic.
But
it's not possible.
But they want you to believe. And my doctor's been telling me for years, Noah, you got to go get a colonoscopy because your dad died from colon cancer. And I haven't gone, okay? But because I believe I'm a healthy person, I eat healthy, I take good care of myself, I'm not going to get it. That's my thought. But, she always presses me like, hey, you need to go do that. This is important,
But my thing is, you could get it. Mm-hmm. But the point I'm making is, the body will take care of it.
So how does the body take care of it? I love that you say that. How does the body, let's say you have a polyp, how does the body take care of it?
The body will neutralize any errors. That's the way it's designed. So if you're unhealthy, then that error may keep going, and then you have a problem. So what I'm essentially saying, Noah, is you wait for symptoms. You don't go get checked out with no symptoms. It doesn't make sense. You don't bring your car to the mechanic unless you have a problem or you're due for a maintenance. Like, you got to get oil change, obviously. But, a tire alignment. But, you wouldn't pull up to the mechanic and be like, check the whole thing. like you just wouldn't, it's, or your house. Maybe the house is an even better example. It's just the body is a living organism, and it knows what it's doing. It's the way God designed it.
So if it ain't broken, don't try to fix it.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, especially if you're doing the right things. You sound like you work really hard on being healthy. I work very hard on being healthy as well. It means something. It means something. It means that your body appreciates that.
Yeah, I always said God gives us a one-time gift, right? He gives us health and well-being and beauty, whatever he gives us, right? It's a one-time gift, and if we don't take care of it, he doesn't give it to us again. So we have to take care of that gift. And I was always very present to take care of the gift God's gave me and appreciate
Yes.
that and continue to nurture that.
Yes, and the way I look at it is, most religious cultures refer to God as the Father, Abba,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how would you want to make your dad proud? By being successful. And certainly, health is one of those ways. So, how can people expect to be rewarded and favored by the Father if they're mistreating themselves and or others? It's not possible.